Welcome to the Mac Lab. If you go to Google and type in Mac Lab, hit return, we typically sit somewhere in this upper group here. So out of, 214 million results, our little high school class is the #1 result, or 2 or 3, depending upon the day. Now, the reason for this is because this classroom's kind of famous, and it's famous for a lot of things, and we'll talk about that later. But for right now, I just want you to get your game on and to understand how this classroom works. First and foremost, you need to log in. If you're not logged in, if you don't see a bunch of great stuff up here, that means you haven't logged in yet. And here, if you click on Remember Me and ask the browser to help you remember, that's the way to do it, because I don't want to type my password every single day and ignore the @guhsd.net. I can actually delete that and can log in. But always click that Remember Me button if you're not on a shared computer, and that way it's easy to get logged in every day. One thing about the account, though, is sometimes it'll look like you're logged in because you've got all this great information up here, but the browser is just showing you a cached page. And if you refresh the page, quite often you'll find out you're not actually logged in. So every day when I work, I log out and log back in. It's up to you how you want to handle that. By default, you're taken to the Daily Quest page. But you're already watching a video on the Need to Know info, and Get Your Game On was yellow. These are quest chains. These are going to turn yellow, and once you're done with this, it'll turn green, and you'll have a record of where you've been. So when I click on that, and like I said, you've already been here. Now, I hope you actually read these words, because sometimes these words are quite important. Sometimes I'm just, it's an introductory piece, but you need to understand that this is important. Read, and then click Continue. Now, once we're here, I've got a placeholder video. This is what you're watching. But when you do watch a video, I'm going to go ahead and just stop this thing. Pause. There we go. Pause. Thank you. And you need to know that the settings down here, if you're getting this at a low quality, click on this and get the 1080p version, okay? And that way, everything's crisp and crystal clear, okay? And then you can watch this, pause it, do what you need to do. Now, in this video, I want to cover some information. And yeah, it's going to be kind of a longish video because we're just getting started. I want you to understand this is where you take notes. This is a blog post you're going to make. This is required. I want you to write down what you understand about what's in this video. And some of that is that you control the pace of your learning. I'm taking notes as if I'm a student. This is player 1. I'm an incognito because I want you to understand that when player 1 looks at his or her stats panel, this is what you see. You see your quests. There's all kinds of other information. We'll get to that. But as an admin over here, if I click away, I get every student in the class. I can sort this by period. And then if I click on your stats panel, here's what I see. I see a little headshot, and I don't want you to have graphics on your headshot. And you'll get to this. You can't do it yet. And then some questions I want you to answer. And the reason I want you to answer them is because I want to get to know you. I want to know where your head is for this class. But nobody sees it except for me. You got it? This is the admin view. Nobody else is going to see your answers. So we'll talk more about the stats panel. But this idea that you control the pace of your learning, that doesn't mean take your time, doesn't matter, I don't care. I care a lot. And I deliver instruction via video so that, hey, you were here on the first day, so you heard some of this live from me. Maybe you're watching this on the second day, but maybe you added this class in the 3rd week or the 2nd semester. Well, that's why I've got this video here so everybody understands. I don't want to go over this again and again and again and again. Right now you have an A. Everybody has an A. I don't want to change your grade. But to maintain that A, you have to try your best, not give up, learn from your mistakes. Hey, we're all going to make mistakes, myself included. I will make mistakes every single day because I'm always trying something new. But I learn from my mistakes and I grow. And then play by the rules. You know, as a student, you've got rules. As a teacher, I've got rules. We all have to play by the rules. And we'll learn how much latitude there is around those rules. Now, as far as how you're graded, you know, other than this, there's no homework, no tests, no loopholes, no tricks. What you do in this classroom will tell me how you're doing. It'll be obvious who's paying attention and who's not. I want you guys to understand this class starts before the bell and continues after the bell. We're going to cover this in detail in future videos. But this blog post here, I'm going to go ahead and post that. And now I have a blog post. Oh, got some gold too. And experience points. And now what's this? You know, I earned this. I've got a link to my blog post and bonus loot. Click the button and try to claim some bonus loot. So you click that thing, see what happened, and better luck next time. Cash register shouldn't have sounded because I didn't get any extra loot. But it's there for you, and the percentages will be displayed. So I want you to understand that you got the power in here. You control the pace of the learning. You're going to level up. Level 1 right now. The health, this is a modifier. If you have 100% health, well, great. You're in good shape. If you've got 90% health, you're getting 10% less loot. It's a super modifier. If you got 120% health, well, you get 120% loot. You get bonuses. So, and when you want to get rid of this, you just click on it. It goes away. All right, so this classroom is built for everyone to work at their own pace, but for no one to coast. I don't want to change your grade. I want to work with you, and I want to show you how to create some amazing art. Work with me. We'll have a blast. Decide to blow all this off, and you're going to hate this class, and you're not going to like me, and you're not going to have any fun. So it's up to you. What do you want? And I'm going to give you the freedom to decide what you actually want. And this info here, I will have some other text. And just understand, you've got the power. What are you going to use it for? It's your choice.